Here we go.
Watch him! Who's watching him?
Crash that force, man. Got you.
Shoot that.
Shoot that. Get going.
Get through.
Oh, and one.
Hey, yo, right here. Yo, what's left? What's left?
Get mine.
Yo, kick it out. He's open.
After those tears yesterday, don't be surprised. Anything's possible.
Wow. Okay, it's a good picture.
Really?
Wow.
Well, that's debatable. Top story this morning, though, Kyrie Irving making
Did you
his
just
season
imply,
debut.
Jenna, that no such thing
Nope.
as a good
I
picture
didn't.
of me? That's how we're
you
starting
heard
this
that?
morning? Okay.
That's what you think you heard?
Go ahead.
It's not what I said?
That was her, not me.
Fun. Thank you. I mean, no, that's not. Hey, we're in Indy because that's the only place Kyrie can play on the road. But he looked pretty good doing it. No rust from having been off for 8 months. 22 points in 32 minutes. But the Nets needed him. They were down 19 at one point to the Pacers. Pulled it out. Brooklyn wins. They snap a 3-game losing streak. After the game, all eyes, all ears on Kyrie Irving.
I've had a lot of debuts. Nothing comes close to this one. It just it meant a little bit, a lot. It meant a little just because at this stage, taking off 8 months or being out for 8 months and coming back in, there's so much uncertainty. How many minutes? What's the flow of the game going to be like? How are my teammates going to feel? And what's the flow going to be? You just don't have any idea. So I went in with just an open mindset, just to ground myself, be present, and do whatever it is.
I just presence around the locker room, energy, vibe around the team, and then on top of it, his game is just so beautiful. Makes the game so much easier for everybody out there. And it was amazing to see him out on the floor again. Crowd showed up so much. Teammates, just the game of basketball is happy to have him back.
Chaos at home? Out. Settle down with Family Movie Night on Prime Video.
Hey, where's Zach?
Well, Kevin Durant was obviously happy. Chris Broussard, you were optimistic about Kyrie's return yesterday. What did you make of his debut?
Well, Jenna, you see the highlights. You see the mid-range. You see the handle. You see the finish. He was great. He was Nick Wright's worst nightmare. All right, Kyrie Irving stepped right in, didn't miss a beat. 22 points, 10 in the pivotal fourth quarter. And what I liked about what Kyrie did, he obviously still had a little rust, especially early. But I liked that he did it first. He didn't come in and just say, let me just kind of fit in, let KD do it all, let Harden do it all, and I'll just ease my way in. The first time he touched the rock, he took a shot. It wasn't even a great shot. It barely grazed the rim, almost an air ball. But I liked that Kyrie was Kyrie, and he came out and played his game, and I think that was necessary. And here's the thing, guys. Obviously, Kevin Durant's the best player on the team. I think James Harden, even though he hasn't played up to a normal level, is the most versatile and maybe certainly one of the most important, because he can be a big-time scorer, but also a playmaker, and back down and let Kyrie and KD do most of the scoring. So he's great in that regard. But I would argue, and I don't think Kyrie is a good leader, but I think he's the leader of this team. Like, he's the strongest personality.
Great.
And you heard both KD. No, but it's the truth. I think it's the truth. You heard KD and Harden after the game say that just his spirit, his energy that he brought, the vibe both in the locker room and on the court. I think he added life to this Nets team. They look reinvigorated with his presence. And Nick, you're right. Kyrie has not been a great leader. There's no doubt about it. But I just think his presence, his his strength of personality really reinvigorated this team, and that was important for the Nets. And we'll be going.
It added life. Whoa, that was a strong take. I thought that, like, you added life. You let the Pacers score 73 points in the first half. You know, like, you need a little more life. You play a little defense, defensive life. Here's my take. And a lot of things that you thought were going to happen, happened. Kyrie handle's still there. Kyrie little mid-range jumper, still there. Not great defense from the Nets that we saw last year, still there. There's one thing, Nick, that jumped out at me. I said, why is this one resonating with me so much? That when Kyrie was on the bench, he had little flecks of gray in his hair. I said, and it just kind of stuck with me. It wasn't just like a random observation. It stuck with me. It's fair with me. It stuck with me for a reason. I was trying to figure out why. And I think it's because Kyrie has always been synonymous with youth and sort of like a no end to his basketball career. We always just remember Kyrie being young. You remember Kyrie at Duke. You remember Kyrie with the Cavs without LeBron. Then when LeBron got there, LeBron was the elder statesman, and he still is, and Kyrie was like the younger brother. To the point that Kyrie was so representative of youth, his alter ego character, Uncle Drew, was old. That was the whole point. See how young I am? Look at this funny character. Look how old he is.
Right.
And now I saw Kyrie with the little flecks of gray in his hair, and it made me think he'll be 30 in March, which is sort of like you're not young, but you're not old. It made me think that Kyrie had a little retirement appetizer these last 8 months, and I don't think he liked it as much as everyone thought that he would. You've always heard, Kyrie could just walk away from the game. Kyrie's just going to walk away one day. You'll never hear from him again. Smart. I don't necessarily think that's true when we look at his comments that he had leading up to this game and after the game. He really missed basketball. And I think that the idea that Kyrie would just walk away or he doesn't need basketball or he doesn't love basketball, I think that's all hogwash. I think that Kyrie really missed basketball, saw what his life was like without basketball, and he didn't necessarily love it. And I was happy to have him back.
Well, I think that is super smart and super insightful. And I also think what Broussard said, for the most part, was very smart as well, which is why it's such a shame. It started with just a bald-faced lie that this is Nick Wright's worst nightmare. Listen, the Nets have brought me nothing but joy over the last few years. There is nothing I enjoy more other than the success of my children than being right, than being correct about things. And no one in the world was more right about the Nets last year than this guy right here. And I enjoyed last night, buddy. I enjoyed last night because we got the full Nets experience. 2 years of this experiment, just smashed into a game. We had brilliance from Kevin Durant. We had downright abysmal defense. We had James Harden saying, "What's my role exactly?" We had Steve Nash just pressing the play KD the whole game button repeatedly. We got